Do you still remember the explosive arguments, the razor-sharp humor, and the unforgettable chaos inside the Bunker household? All in the Family once shook America to its core, but behind the laughter, the real-life tragedies were far more shocking than anything written into the script. Some cast members faced devastating illnesses that changed them beyond recognition. Others endured financial collapse, personal heartbreak, or passed away suddenly at the height of fame. Get ready, the then and now of this legendary cast will leave you stunned, shaken, and unable to believe it's all true. George Jefferson didn't just enter All in the Family. He stormed into television history with swagger, fire, and a presence so electric it shook every room he walked into. Loud, proud, sharp-tongued, unapologetically ambitious. George became the beating heart of a cultural shift, challenging stereotypes, sparring with Archie Bunker, and delivering moments that were as hilarious as they were groundbreaking. He wasn't just a character. He was a movement, a symbol of upward mobility, resilience, and the fight to be seen. Behind this iconic role stood Sherman Hemsley, born February 1, 1938, who was 33 when he first embodied George. After All in the Family, he skyrocketed to fame with the Jeffersons, cementing himself as one of sitcom history's most unforgettable stars. Hemsley continued working through the 80s and 90s with roles in Amen and various guest appearances, beloved for his unmatched comedic timing. Sorrowfully, he passed away on July 24, 2012, at 74, from lung cancer. But his legacy lives forever, still inspiring generations who watched George Jefferson move on up. Louise "Wheezy" Jefferson didn't just grace All in the Family. She grounded it with a quiet strength that stopped chaos in its tracks. Warm but firm. Gentle yet unshakable. She was the calm to George's storm, the moral compass of a changing America, and the heart of a family determined to rise above every barrier. With her wisdom, grace, and unforgettable laughter, Wheezy became one of television's most beloved matriarchs, shaping culture far beyond the sitcom world. Bringing this iconic woman to life was Isabel Sanford, born August 29, 1917, who was 54 when she first stepped into the role. Her portrayal earned historic acclaim. She became the first African-American woman to win an Emmy for Best Actress in a Comedy Series, a milestone that forever changed Hollywood. Sanford continued acting in films, commercials, and reunions, cherished by fans for her elegance and humor. Regrettably, she passed away on July 9, 2004, at 86, but her legacy as Wheezy remains immortal, a beacon of strength and love in TV history. Maude Findlay didn't just enter All in the Family. She stormed into it like thunder wrapped in intellect. Fierce, fearlessly outspoken, unapologetically bold. Maude was the voice of a changing generation, challenging Archie Bunker's worldview with razor-sharp wit and a moral fire audiences had never seen before. Every scene she touched crackled with energy, her conviction, her humor, her humanity. She wasn't just a character. She was a cultural jolt that redefined what television women could be. The powerhouse behind her was Bea Arthur, born May 13, 1922, who was 49 when she first brought Maude to life. Already a celebrated Broadway performer, Arthur turned Maude into a phenomenon, later cementing her legacy with the Golden Girls, earning Emmy Awards and global admiration. Off-screen, she was known for her activism, sharp humor, and private, grounded lifestyle. Heartbreakingly, Bea Arthur passed away on April 25, 2009, at 86, by lung cancer. But Maude Findlay remains one of TV's most electrifying and influential icons. Lionel Jefferson didn't just appear on All in the Family. He broke through the screen with a quiet confidence that reshaped the sitcom landscape. Smart, cool, unshakably self-assured. Lionel stood toe-to-toe with Archie Bunker, diffusing prejudice with effortless humor and brilliance that made audiences cheer. His charm, his smile, his sharp comebacks, every moment felt iconic, leaving a cultural imprint far deeper than the show ever expected. Behind this groundbreaking character was Mike Evans, born November 3, 1949, only 21 when he first stepped into Lionel's shoes. His work helped launch The Jeffersons, where he not only starred but also co-created the hit sitcom Good Times, marking a major breakthrough in African-American television history. Off-screen, Evans was a creative force, writing, producing, and shaping stories that mattered. Tragically, he passed away on December 14, 2006, at just 57, from throat cancer, leaving behind a legacy far larger than his years. Frank Lorenzo didn't just stroll into All in the Family. He arrived like a burst of chaotic charm, the eccentric neighbor whose booming personality lit up every scene. With his loud shirts, louder opinions, and unstoppable enthusiasm, Frank brought a rare blend of comedy and heart that perfectly balanced the fiery world of Archie Bunker. He could be outrageous. He could be sincere. But above all, he was unforgettable, adding a vibrant, unpredictable spark fans still remember decades later. Behind this beloved character was Vincent Gardenia, born January 7, 1920, in Naples, Italy. He was 52 when he first played Frank, already a seasoned actor celebrated for his depth and comedic instincts. Gardenia's career soared across theater, film, and television, earning 2 Oscar nominations for Bang the Drum Slowly and Moonstruck, and a Tony Award for his powerful stage work. Sadly, he passed away on December 9, 1992, at 72, from a heart attack. His presence, warm, bold, and beautifully human, remains a treasure of classic television. Archie Bunker didn't just dominate All in the Family. He detonated onto American television like a cultural earthquake. Raw, unfiltered, hilarious, infuriating. He was the blue-collar firestorm whose every rant, every glare, every brutally honest line forced a nation to confront itself. Archie became one of TV's most iconic characters, both a symbol of his era and a mirror reflecting its deepest tensions. Love him or hate him, you felt him. And generations still do. Behind the legend stood Carroll O'Connor, born August 2, 1924, in New York City. He was 47 when he first stepped into Archie's worn living room chair, instantly cementing himself as one of television's greatest performers. O'Connor's career stretched from Kelly's Heroes to In the Heat of the Night, earning Emmys and universal respect for his range and humanity. Sorrowfully, he passed away on June 21, 2001, at 76, due to complications of diabetes. Carroll O'Connor's towering legacy still echo across TV history. Barney Hefner wasn't just Archie Bunker's drinking buddy. He was the quiet heartbeat of All in the Family, the man who turned simple bar conversations into moments of warmth, humor, and unforgettable camaraderie. Soft-spoken, loyal, and unexpectedly hilarious, Barney became the gentle counterbalance to Archie's volcanic temper. Every shrug, every awkward smile, every timid admission reminded viewers that friendship, real friendship, can survive anything. His presence grounded the chaos, giving the show a tenderness audiences still treasure. Behind this beloved character stood Alan Melvin, born February 18, 1923, in Kansas City, Missouri. He was 48 when he first joined the series, already a familiar face from the Brady Bunch and Gomer Pyle, USMC. A master of supporting roles, Melvin built a career on reliability, charm, and flawless comedic instincts. Sadly, he passed away on January 17, 2008, at 84, by cancer. Alan Melvin's warm, timeless spirit remained etched in TV history forever. Irene Lorenzo burst into All in the Family like a force of nature, sharp-minded, big-hearted, unafraid to challenge Archie Bunker with a kind of fearless wit that made audiences cheer. She wasn't just a neighbor, she was a firecracker of feminism and compassion, a woman who turned every confrontation into unforgettable television. Irene's bold honesty, her laugh, her unshakable moral compass. She became a symbol of the changing American woman, lighting up the show with power, humor, and soul. Behind this iconic character was Betty Garrett, born May 23, 1919, in St. Joseph, Missouri. She was 52 when she stepped into Irene's shoes, already a celebrated star from Hollywood's golden age, known for musicals like On the Town and Take Me Out to the Ball Game. Her career stretched across film, television, and Broadway, radiant, versatile, unstoppable. Heartbreakingly, Garrett passed away on February 12, 2011, at 91, from an aortic aneurysm. Irene Lorenzo's fearless spark and Betty Garrett's extraordinary legacy still shine brilliantly through TV history. Henry Jefferson didn't just appear on All in the Family. He stormed into the Bunker household with razor-sharp wit, bold pride, and a swagger that turned every scene into fireworks. As George Jefferson's outspoken brother, Henry delivered punchlines like punches, challenging Archie's worldview with intelligence, fire, and a mischievous grin that made audiences roar. He was loud. He was fearless. He was unforgettable, one of the show's most dynamic forces, bringing humor and truth to every moment he touched. Behind the brilliance was Mel Stewart, born September 19, 1929, in Cleveland, Ohio. He was 42 when he first brought Henry to life, already a respected actor and director known for roles in That's My Mama, Michael Apted's films, and dozens of stage productions. Beyond acting, Stewart was a passionate educator and filmmaker, shaping young artists through his work at the Inner City Cultural Center. Sadly, Mel Stewart passed away on February 24, 2002, at 72, after battling Alzheimer's disease. Henry Jefferson's fire and Stewart's creative legacy still burn brightly across television history. Aunt Iola didn't just appear on All in the Family. She swept in like a tiny whirlwind of sass, sweetness, and unstoppable comedic fire. With her sharp tongue, mischievous sparkle, and grandmotherly charm, she delivered moments that fans still quote with a smile. Every scene felt brighter the moment she walked into it. Her petite frame hiding the timing of a master and the confidence of a woman who had lived, loved, and wasn't afraid to speak her mind. Aunt Iola became one of those rare side characters who left an oversized imprint on the series' emotional memory. Behind the magic was Nedra Voles, born June 18, 1908, in Montrose, Iowa. She was around 64 when she brought Iola to life, already a seasoned entertainer. Voles later shined in Different Strokes, The Fall Guy, and countless TV classics, adored for her feisty, scene-stealing energy. Sorrowfully, Nedra Voles passed away on January 18, 2003, at 94, by Alzheimer's disease, leaving a legacy of laughter that still warms generations. Edith Bunker wasn't just a character. She was the beating heart of All in the Family, the gentle light that softened every harsh edge. With her tender voice, innocent wisdom, and unwavering compassion, Edith became the soul of the show. She carried the emotional weight of the series with grace, lifting Archie's gruff world with warmth, humor, and a kindness that felt almost sacred. Fans still recall her most iconic moments. The quivering laugh, the quiet strength, the heartbreaking scenes that proved she was far more than comic relief. She was love personified. Behind this unforgettable role stood Jean Stapleton, born January 19, 1923, in New York City. She was 48 when she first stepped into Edith's shoes, already a respected stage actress. After the show, she continued a celebrated career in film, television, and theater, earning awards and universal admiration for her depth and humanity. Regrettably, Jean Stapleton passed away on May 31, 2013, at 90, leaving behind one of the most cherished characters in television history. Joseph Sanders stepped into All in the Family with a presence that felt instantly unforgettable, sharp-witted, commanding, and quietly layered beneath the humor. Every scene he touched carried a spark of authenticity, the kind of character work that made the series richer and more unpredictable. Sanders wasn't just another guest in Archie's chaotic world. He was a force who could challenge, amuse, and disarm with equal power. His timing, his energy, his subtle emotional depth. All of it left fans remembering him long after the episode faded to black. Behind this memorable role stood Sorrel Booth, born January 4, 1930, in Buffalo, New York. He was 41 when he appeared on the show, already a classically trained actor fluent in multiple languages and known for his theater brilliance. Though widely recognized for his later iconic role as Boss Hogg in The Dukes of Hazzard, Booth's career spanned film, TV, and stage with remarkable versatility. Heartbreakingly, Sorrel Booth passed away on February 11, 1994, at 64, from colorectal cancer, leaving behind a legacy of intelligence, charisma, and characters fans still treasure. Martha Birkhorn didn't just appear in All in the Family. She stormed into the Bunker household with a humor so bold and a presence so commanding that every moment with her felt electric. Warm but unfiltered, sharp-tongued yet strangely endearing, Martha embodied the kind of comedic energy that could tilt any scene off its axis. Fans loved her outrageous confidence, her booming laughter, and the way she fearlessly matched Archie jab for jab. She was unforgettable, one of those characters who appeared briefly but left an impact far larger than her screen time. Bringing Martha to life was the incomparable Peggy Ray, born March 31, 1921, in Los Angeles. She was 50 during her All in the Family appearance, already a respected actress with impeccable comedic instincts. Ray went on to shine in beloved shows like The Waltons, Step by Step, and The Dukes of Hazzard, where her warmth and timing made her a fan favorite. Sorrowfully, Peggy Ray passed away on February 5, 2011, at 89, due to congestive heart failure, leaving behind decades of laughter, heart, and unforgettable characters. Nurse in All in the Family left a lasting emotional mark, a calm, steady presence in a world often filled with chaos and clashing personalities. In scenes where emotions ran high, she became the quiet anchor, delivering compassion, warmth, and subtle strength. Her gentle voice and reassuring demeanor added a rare softness to the show's sharp-edged humor, giving fans a moment of breath in the middle of Archie Bunker's storm. Behind that memorable kindness was Priscilla Morrill, born June 4, 1927, in Medford, Massachusetts. She was 46 when she stepped into the role, already well established in television. Her career blossomed with beloved performances, most notably as Edie Grant in The Mary Tyler Moore Show, where she earned national recognition for her emotional depth and impeccable timing. Heartbreakingly, Priscilla Morrill passed away on November 9, 1994, at 67, from kidney infection. She is fondly remembered for the grace, dignity, and humanity she brought to every role she touched. Denise she swept into All in the Family with elegance, fire, and a charisma that lit up every frame. The kind of woman who could silence a room with one glance and spark Archie Bunker's world into chaos with a single line. Stylish, confident, and unafraid to challenge anyone standing in her way, she became one of the show's most memorable guest characters, adding wit, attitude, and a glamorous unpredictability fans never forgot. Behind the magnetic performance was Janice Page, born September 16, 1922, in Tacoma, Washington. She was 49 during her All in the Family appearances, already a celebrated star of film, television, and Broadway. Page dazzled audiences in classics like Silk Stockings and Please Don't Eat the Daisies, earning a reputation as one of Hollywood's most versatile performers. Janice Page lived a long, remarkable life before passing away on June 2, 2024, at 101, leaving behind a legacy defined by glamour, resilience, and timeless star power. He didn't just enter All in the Family. He collided with Archie Bunker like a cultural earthquake. Michael "Meathead" Stivic became the fiery voice of a new generation, a passionate idealist whose battles with Archie turned living rooms across America into battlegrounds of humor, heart, and unforgettable tension. Smart, stubborn, compassionate, and unafraid to challenge everything, he became one of television's most iconic symbols of change. Proof that comedy could reshape conversations and confront the soul of a nation. Behind the groundbreaking role was Rob Reiner, born March 6, 1947, in the Bronx. He was just 24 when the series began, a rising talent who would later become one of Hollywood's most influential filmmakers. From Stand By Me to The Princess Bride, When Harry Met Sally, and A Few Good Men, Reiner built a career filled with classics. Now, at 78, he remains a powerful creative force, respected, beloved, and forever remembered as the meathead who made television history. Teresa Betancourt burst into All in the Family like a spark of fierce energy. Smart, outspoken, and unafraid to challenge Archie Bunker in a way few ever dared. Her fiery debates, quick wit, and heartfelt vulnerability made her an instant standout, bringing a fresh cultural perspective that reshaped the tone of the household. Teresa wasn't just a guest character. She was a force of truth, humor, and emotion, leaving fans with scenes that still echo decades later. Behind this unforgettable role was the brilliant Liz Torres, born September 27, 1947, in New York City. She was around 27 during her time on the series, already rising as a gifted comedian and actress. Torres went on to build a remarkable career with acclaimed roles in Gilmore Girls, The John Larroquette Show, and countless stage performances, earning praise for her depth, timing, and magnetic presence. As of 2025, is 78, celebrated as a trailblazer whose voice, strength, and artistry continue to inspire generations. Stephanie Mills didn't just join All in the Family. she revived it with a burst of innocence, defiance, and unexpected emotional power. Arriving as a tough, street-smart girl dropped into the Bunker household, Stephanie became the heart of the show's later years. Her sharp comebacks, vulnerable confessions, and touching bond with Archie created some of the most surprisingly tender moments in the series. Fans watched her transform from a guarded child into a confident, compassionate young woman, one of the most memorable arcs in sitcom history. Behind the role was Danielle Brisebois, born June 28, 1969, in Brooklyn, New York. Just 9 years old when she brought Stephanie to life, she quickly proved she had rare presence and emotional instinct. After the show, Brisebois became a celebrated singer-songwriter, earning Grammy and Oscar nominations for hits like Lost Stars. Today, she is 56, thriving creatively and remembered fondly by millions as the little girl who stole Archie Bunker's heart and America's. Gloria Bunker-Stivic didn't just light up All in the Family. She stormed onto the screen with a fire that challenged Archie, reshaped the show's heart, and gave a generation a voice. Passionate, outspoken, fiercely loyal, and hilariously emotional, Gloria became the perfect bridge between old beliefs and a changing world. Her clashes with Archie, tender moments with Edith, and heartfelt scenes with Michael created some of the most unforgettable moments in sitcom history. She wasn't just a character. She was the sound of a new generation refusing to stay silent. Behind this iconic role stood Sally Struthers, born July 28, 1947, in Portland, Oregon. At 23, she brought Gloria to life with brilliance that earned her 2 Emmy Awards and cemented her as a television powerhouse. Her later work included Gilmore Girls, Theater Triumphs, and decades of humanitarian advocacy. Currently, Struthers is 78, still performing, still beloved, and forever remembered as the fiery daughter who helped change American TV. Reverend Chong entered All in the Family like a quiet storm, steady, compassionate, and unexpectedly powerful. With calm wisdom wrapped in gentle humor, he became the kind of character who didn't need to raise his voice to leave an impact. His scenes, often grounding, often disarming, added warmth and humanity to a show built on conflict and clashing beliefs. Reverend Chong reminded viewers that kindness can shift mountains just as much as rage, and his presence still lingers with fans decades later. The man behind the character, Clyde Kusatsu, was born September 13, 1948, in Honolulu, Hawaii. At 24, he began his rise in Hollywood, eventually becoming one of television's most respected Asian American actors. His career spans Midway, All in the Family, Hawaii 5-0, Star Trek, and dozens of acclaimed roles. Off-screen, he became a major advocate for actors' rights and served as SAG-AFTRA vice president. This day, Kusatsu is 77, still active, still influential, and cherished as a pioneer whose work helped reshape representation on American television. And just like that, Cindy Brady's gentle glow reminds us why these classic characters stay with us long after the screen fades. Their stories grow with time, just as we do. If this journey touched your memories, don't forget to like, share, and follow, because so many more timeless faces from TV's golden years are waiting to be rediscovered. Let's keep the nostalgia alive, together.